Good afternoon, ladies and gents. I have an appointment to go to at 3:45, so this class is gonna be straight to the point, and I'm on time today, ready to go. Good afternoon, Native. How you doing, girl? You doing okay? What's going on, Dev? What's up, brother? How you? What's going on, TikTok? What's going on, Rax? My brother Rax. What's going on, Jeff? What's going on, D Brown? DB? DB303. My boy, I'm good. How y'all doing? Man, we hanging in there, man. Trying to take things slowly but surely. Hanging in there. Gonna get started in like 2 minutes. 1 to 2 minutes. Gonna answer the first question. And while I'm waiting on everyone to join, I'm gonna actually pull up my chart right now and break it down. I'm gonna go from multi-day to intraday buy-side delivery program model. Okay. All right. Hola, hey Khalil, how you doing, girl? Doing okay? Good to see you. Great to see you. Yes, son. Mm-hmm. How was your weekend? How was everybody's weekend? It was all right? There's a lot of crazy news dropping this weekend, as usual. Geopolitical war tension headlines are reigning supreme right now. Trump said that there's a peace deal in the works, and Iran came out and said, who said that? Long story short, I don't know who's lying. Bad news, yep. And then they came out and they said this is a peace deal. And then they said, who said that? And then I saw something else that said that they're still working on a deal with another country. I don't know what to believe again. They just keep on goofing around with us. That's why it's best we wait to gauge their temperature so we can go from there. Anything else, we're liable to blow up our accounts. Dangerous. Best we not do anything. All right, guys, 303. The first question, guys, welcome to the Sunday class. This is free to all of the students that are inside here. There's only a few of them right over here. Zero asked this question. So guys, I have an appointment to go to at 3:45. So I'm going to answer this question directly. And then from there, I'm going to make sure to see if anybody has any questions about anything that I just said. And then maybe we'll open it up for maybe like another question or two, and then we'll go from there. But I see a small squeeze other than that bleed. It's not a gap at open. So guys, the first question is this. So Zero asked this question here, just so that you can see what I'm getting ready to cover. Guys, obviously, you guys know this. Some of the students inside know this, but this is more so for the new students. Mentorship is free while you're inside here. Mentorship is fully free while you're inside here. It's free. I'm not gonna charge you for no mentorship. I'm not gonna charge you to have questions answered that will ultimately turn you into a profitable trader, because I've been down that road. So I know that the only way that you can seriously grow is from being in the classroom. You can't grow from taking 3 or 4 classes. That's not gonna happen. Hold on. You're not gonna grow from taking 3 or 4 classes. You didn't, guys, I don't give a damn how easy the curriculum was. You didn't pass or grade it by going to school for 2 weeks. Name me one degree or one grade level where you went to school for 5 days and you passed. Just name it. Give it to me. Like, let me know right now where you say, bro, I went in and it was a higher paying degree and it's still making me money to this day. And I showed up to 3 to 5 classes and I paid X, Y, and Z dollars. And man, I'm living high off the hog off this. It was such a great return on my investment. You name me. That's impossible. So that's why the previous mentorships, if anyone has bought mentorships, that's why they failed. Because you need to be inside of a classroom consistently over and over again. And most of y'all not going to be able to afford to spend $500 a class. So there's that. You need to get with somebody that either makes enough money to where like they just going to do it for damn near almost for free like this, or you need to be stupid rich. But if you're stupid rich, then you're not going to need no mentor for real, because you already got it figured out. So there's that, unfortunately. And then also the transparency issues is also what plagues people as well. Because, you know, you could be in a class, you could take as many classes as you want to if the dude doesn't know if the dude or the woman doesn't know what the hell they're talking about. So why? Because they'll lead you they'll lead you to the slaughter. Best to be on alert. Hey, what strategy do you use? I'm a Pine Script coder who makes custom indies for trader strats. ICT discretionary, but I got everything that I need as of right now. I appreciate you. I got three personal indicators that I give to the students inside of Discord for free. Yo, would you be able to help me start with what? What would you like to start with? I want you to answer that question while I'm getting ready to go over this question over here for the students inside of Discord. This right here is what we're getting ready to cover. Zero's question. Guys, I want to cover this first. Guys, Aru's sort of kind of new here and he's figuring out his pathway. Aru says, what are some non-negotiable verifications I should see before my entry? I responded to him with this. This is necessary that you listen. I said, no one can tell you that. Now listen, before I continue further, I could very well, something like this could scare somebody away. They could go, man, damn, I'm not going to sign up for no community like that. Why is that dude being honest with me? Why isn't he lying to me? I'm going to always tell you the truth from inside there, because I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear so you can get to where you want to go. I says, no one can tell you that. That needs to be formed from numerous hours of studying, watching price action, and combing through numerous strategies that you have personally backtested. There's dozens of them between this Discord and that Knowledge Center, like several dozen. There's at least a few that I display on a daily basis while trading. I trade every single day, Monday through Friday at 10 a.m., 10 a.m. in the morning from inside Discord. If you can't see at least 4 or 5 things that I look for on a daily basis, and if it doesn't make sense to you, and like if you don't take that and go back test and try to figure that out, something is amiss. And then on top of that, not even the things that I'm displaying, the models and things that everybody else that are profitable that are inside Discord are trading. Like for example, like some of the traders that are finally figuring out that I would pay attention to inside here, I would pay attention to some of the things that Colt says. I'll pay attention to some of the things that Hyper says, who's Chud. I'll pay attention to some of the things that Chilo says. I will pay attention to some of the things that now Adam or Moops, he's a student that made like $500,000 this year. His trading is a little bit more high like advanced, because I'm looking at his entry models and it's not that easy to follow along. It's not. And then like he doesn't really give explanations. So like he'll just send out a trade and he'll just send out like a banger. He'll just send out like a $15,000, $20,000 trade across like 5-10 accounts. So like, but you can still look at what he's doing, but and on top of that, like, you know, like he's traveling all the time. So he's not really going to, you know, explain anything crazy from inside here. All right. So, you know, those guys, hell, even Allen, who's starting to turn the corner on profitability now. Like there's so many different traders. Like I could scroll up here and just point out, you know, some of the traders whose ideas like I would begin to pick their brains off of. Hell, even Jesse. Jesse is now just starting to turn the corner on his profitability. He is. And so some of the things that he sends out make sense. Like for example, look at this. Look at Chilo sending out some of his trade ideas. So like you can start to begin to pick these people's brains. And you can start to see some of the things that they're doing. This is why you're inside here. You see, he says, I appreciate y'all. That helps me out a lot going forward. So it's not just me. You're paying for a highly educated community while you're inside here. Should I join your Discord and text you? What'd you say? Really, just the basic and with day trading. Sorry, that's not a good enough question to ask. Yeah, you should start a free 3. Don't pay me nothing. You should start out with a free 3-day trial in that Knowledge Center, and then you can join Discord on that Knowledge Center as well. That comes with a free 3-day trial. And I think that a lot of your questions should be answered in regards to how did I make anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 a day doing this. I had a student inside here doing it as well. You'd be amazed what's on that page. That Knowledge Center has everything that you need in order for you to get started if you take it seriously. But the 3-day trial is going to expire by the time that you really begin to figure things out. That's just to give you a taste so that you can understand, because it's impossible. You can't go through that Knowledge Center. And for sure you can't go through it within it's impossible within 3 days. And you damn sure can't do it within 30 days. That's why I removed the 30-day free trial. So you have to sign up for at least 90, commit to this for at least 90 days, which in reality is only like 55 days worth of trading, because it's weekends and holidays, because there's only 18 trading days in a month outside of non-farm payrolls and CPI. So I would start out on that Knowledge Center, and then obviously, yeah, you can talk whenever you're inside Discord. So you can ask me questions for sure. But if there's a question that can be answered on the Knowledge Center, I'm gonna say, did you go study that Knowledge Center? Like stuff like this is why Adam or Moops is very hard to follow, because he'll do things like this, and like he won't really give like a solid explanation, unlike how Colt or Chilo does, where like they'll send out their whole screen. So this student right over here has went from unprofitable, well, he was somewhat slightly profitable already, to making $500,000 so far this year in verified payouts, 100% confirmed verified payouts. And then Colt's profitable. He's making about $20,000 a month now. Okay, so but there's a lot of people inside of that you can begin to pick their brains off of, obviously including myself. That's why I'm here. Okay, so. But that's up to you, Zuski, in regards to what you want to do. I honestly recommend that you watch me trade live for free, because there needs to be a motivation behind you wanting to join. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't need the $59 per month in order for you to join here. I don't need that. I make about $30,000 to $40,000 a week from trading. I don't need that. I think that it's best that you keep your money, but I think that if you want to join inside here, and I think that if anyone else wants to join, what I would personally do is you need to have a motivation that's going to want to keep you here. You need to not join based off of something that's flashy. It needs to be a motivation on as to what's going to keep you here and keep you around. Because if you come into it half-assing, I'm going to know, and everyone else around here is going to know. So, there's a lot of people in here that are serious about trying to change their lives, and they have changed their lives. So, like, if you're serious, then great. We'd love to have you. But if not, then I think you should just watch for free. I'm being dead serious. So, every day, Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. on TikTok, 9, 10 a.m. in the morning from inside Discord. Trust me, you'll see the structure, the organization, the things that are presented to you inside this Discord. And if your motivation is strong enough in regards to you wanting to get to that destination, trust me, this is the place for you. But if not, then you just need to watch for free. If that makes sense. Okay, so let me go forward. There's at least a few that I display on a daily basis while trading. Each strategy/model has its own set of non-negotiable. Anyone else telling you any differently is misleading you. If anyone tells you that, hey, I got this perfect strategy for you, or hey, this is what you should do, they're misleading you. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They're misleading you. Because I can take the same trade that you take and you can lose because your psychology is cooked. And I can win the same exact trade that you took, even on the same exact size. So I can't tell you that. You need to go back and back test and forward test what it is that you're looking at in order to give you confidence. Because where I would add on to a size in order to get out or break even, you might be scared and you might hold until you blow up your account. So that's the first question. The next question, which is what Zero goes over, is this, which is what we're getting ready to cover right now. Yep, Kalia. Oh, yeah. Kalia is another person who turned profitable from inside here. Started getting her first payouts, and she's been consistently getting payouts. Now what she needs to do is that she needs to put money inside her pocket, and she needs to continuously focus on scaling up, adding 2, 3, 4, 5 accounts. We got so many profitable students from inside here. Chud is Hyper from Discord. He's another highly profitable student. It's miraculous how the students that are highly profitable and they make $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 a month, and guys, they do this in their spare time. It's miraculous how they're the ones that show up. It's miraculous because they display habits and tendencies of successful people. They're not goofing around, sleeping or drinking or drinking on a Sunday night. They want this, and this is exactly what I told everyone. There needs to be something compelling you to want to sit here and to study this. And the reason why I trade live on a daily basis, and the reason why I'm so transparent, is because I want someone to watch me and go, how is that possible? I see what that person is doing. I think that I can do that. You know why? Because that's what it took for me to succeed. I saw an 18-year-old kid making $200,000 a day doing this, and I said, doing exactly what I'm doing right now. And I said, man, what if I could just get 10% of what that kid is making? Like, where would my life be at? And voila. Hell, I even said 5%. I'll take 5%. But he wasn't as transparent. I mean, like, he was just sending up the screenshots. But nevertheless, we're getting ready to go into Zero's question. I'm not going to distract. Zero says, how do you determine if we're in multi-day buy side or sell side delivery? What are we looking for to confirm this? How do you know we have reversed? How does this affect intraday model and trading model? I think it meant to say intraday model. And obviously, Alan responds to my first message. He says, this is the gym. No one can tell you when to click that button. We talk about it all the time, but 95% of trading is psychology, which is correct. Everyone likes to talk about technical analysis. Everyone likes to talk about fundamental analysis. TA and FA. Fundamental analysis is completely useless. Like 100%. I swear to God, it's useless. Don't even try and figure it out. Just 150% useless. The only thing that you need to figure out is, man, is this like the data I just released is an extreme outlier, and should I just be chilling out? Like, if Trump just said we just dropped bombs on Iran, you don't need to try to figure out whether that is true or not. Just look and see what the market is doing, and if it's volatile, just don't do nothing. Just wait. Like, I'm being dead serious. Screw trying to interpret the fundamental analysis. It is completely useless. Don't even try to figure it out. Just, if you see a God body candle and Trump is talking, or if Trump is on live national television, just stop. Do nothing. It is best not taking a position is the most important position that you can ever take. Just do nothing. And then just wait for the market to chill out, and then just look for market structure and trade off that. Okay. Everyone likes to talk about that, but no one likes to talk about trading psychology. If I take a trade and you take a trade and you're copying my trades, and the market's dumping 200 through 400 ticks against you, and you scared as shit, you're gonna close out that trade. But my psychology may be strong, or hell, the market may go 75 ticks against me, and I might go, man, this ain't worth it. I'm gonna cut this shit. And your psychology is cooked because why? Because you smoking on hopium, praying to God that it goes higher, and you blow up your account when I got out for like $100 loss. That is all psychology and discretion and market feel. That's what I was talking about. Nobody wants to talk about that. That's why almost all of the lessons from inside here are psychological lessons, because we need to train your brain. I can hand you a $2 million briefcase, but if you're a monkey with a briefcase and you don't know the combination, you're not a multimillionaire. Well, you are, technically speaking, but you don't know what to do with the money. You're a monkey with a briefcase. I'm being dead serious. Or you're a monkey with an Amex on there, with a black card Centurion Amex with unlimited spending power, but you don't know the goddamn PIN code. I'm being dead serious. So, what good use is it? Hell, I might as well have shit. A banana would be more useful to you. All right. So there's that. All righty. And obviously he says it with this quote that I got, that I say all the time. Can you stay consistent longer than your own impatience? That's 100% true. Can you stay consistent longer than your own impatience? Hey man, I joined this Discord a month and a half ago, 2 months ago. And I know I only showed up to 2 classes. And I know that I ain't really been studying that knowledge center. But why am I not making $5,000 a day yet like everybody else? This ain't fair. I'm going to continue going back to my other job. I don't know, picking up cans. This is fucking ridiculous. Let me go back. Okay. You need to stay consistent longer than your own impatience. That's up to you. Okay, guys, let me answer this question. Shirley start laughing. Okay, let's get into the lesson right now. All right. So I read it so that you can see exactly what I'm talking about. We're getting ready to break down multi-day and intraday buy-side delivery program model. This question is probably going to be easy. These are 4-hour candles that you're looking at. You can't see the candles directly because TikTok will ban it. So I can't show my whole screen anymore, like how I was a week and a half ago because TikTok was banning it. Nevertheless, so if you want to see my whole screen that I'm trading off of, you need to be inside here. You need to be inside Discord, and then Discord is real time, like millisecond by millisecond actual time, and the screen is in 4K. But anyway, you get the point. And there's no latency delay. TikTok has a latency delay. Look it up. In any event, this low-key the second weekend I go out this summer. Working too fun. Did one live right now. Kalia says absolutely. Okay, guys, these are 4-hour candles. This is a serious question. I want to know, TikTok, are we in multi-day buy-side or multi-day sell-side delivery? Keep in mind now, we've squeezed 5% from these lows over here. I'm going to give you a hint. Look at the market. The market has bounced 6% from the lows just a few days ago. Are we in multi-day buy-side delivery program model or multi-day sell-side delivery program model? If we are in multi-day buy-side delivery model, please say buy-side. If we are in sell-side delivery program model, just say sell-side. This is for multi-day. The market went up 6 percentile in a straight line. I am giving you a hint. Hey, man, you know what I want to do? I want to do all of these things. And you know what? I have children. And when my kids go to school, I tell, I want my kids to sit inside the front of the class and to ask questions and to participate. But you know what? In order to accomplish passing and, and understanding the curriculum. I understand that. I tell my children that same goddamn thing. Mm-hmm. I'm a good parent. But when the instructor asks me, fuck that. I'm not going to do no shit like that. Why? I'm not going to participate. Why? Because I'm better than the program. So I'm not going to respond. I'm not going to do no shit like that. Hell no. I can become a multimillionaire by doing these things if I'm not participating, even though I wouldn't tell my children to do that shit. Or nobody else that I know should do that. But you know what? I'm special. So I'm going to ask you again. Please respond. Are we a multi-day sell side or multi-day buy side delivery program model? If you want to become better, you need your brain needs to respond to what it believes in, and the instructor needs to correct you or tell you or give you feedback. You're not going to be able to get this from any millionaire trader and go one-on-one and he read your responses and give you live constructive feedback for anything less than $1,500 to $2,500. So you need to take advantage of this. I'm being dead serious. You can't do that nowhere because even if you go to community college, you got to pay tens of thousands of dollars at community college. Instructors cost money, which it amazes me as to why sometimes I still get those messages every now and then, like a couple times a month. People go, "If you make so much money, then you should do it for free. Why don't you just spend hours on the weekends?" And just instead of charging people $15 a month, why don't you just spend hours on the weekend just doing it for free? Just broadcasting and just speak to everybody for like 8 hours a day. Come on. Nobody that's really making money really ain't charging nobody. That is the most idiotic thing that I've ever heard. Because you wouldn't apply that logic nowhere else in your fucking life. I dare you to go walk up to Harvard. I make 10 times more than a Harvard professor. I dare you to go walk up to a Harvard professor and go, "Hey, bro, teach me right now for free. Show me how to get a job at Meta or Google right now for free. And if not, you're not a real professor. You're not really. You're not. But they look at you like you're stupid. Makes no sense. Absolutely makes no sense. And that right there is exactly why 97% of traders are failing, because they're all doing things that don't make no sense. They're all being brainwashed by everybody else. And they're all doing the same strategies that the market's targeting. That's why I'm being dead serious. Stop and just think about that. That's why. Because they all go to Barnes and Noble to pick up a book and go on Reddit and try to figure out everything and try to figure everything out for free. If the person that you're learning from is telling you that 2 + 2 = 6 and you believe them, if 100 people answer 2 + 2 = 6 and they learn that from somebody else who has not passed the test and they all answer 6, they're all going to be wrong. That's the issue. I'm being dead serious. That is literally the problem. All right. Anyway, let's stay focused. Sell. Rack says sell. They don't even take time to know what their sales gang exactly. Why? Because most humans are like sheep and they like doing the thing that's the easiest. I mean, that's serious. Buy side. Blazing says buy side. Okay. Sell side. Everybody says sell except for Blazing. I took my lunch break just to tune in. Okay, good. Well, I'm going to answer this question right now. Okay, great. If you said that we were in multi-day buy side, you were wrong. We're in multi-day sell side. Now I got a question. Are we in intraday sell side or hold on? Are we in intraday? Now look, we just squeezed 6%. Are we in intraday sell side right now, or are we in intraday buy side right now? You are correct. Buy side. Intraday buy side, he says. Buy side. Okay. Everybody says buy side. So they said multi-day sell side and intraday buy side. Okay. Now look, let me give you a hint. So these are 15-minute candles here. Okay. I get the two confused. Okay, so are we an intraday buy side or an intraday sell side right now? Guys, multi-day buy side spans multiple days. Like I'm talking like minimum 6 to about 14 trading days or so. Minimum. Intraday spans like two days at a 2 to 3 days at a minimum, all the way up to probably like 7 days or so. Have you checked the weekly candle? We don't even need to look at that for real. Okay, guys, listen. If you answered that we are in multi-day intraday buy-side delivery program model, you are incorrect and you're wrong. You're wrong. You want to know why you're wrong? Because look at this. Why? Because look at this. On a 15-minute time frame, guys, this high right over here was just established last Monday. That was just like 4 or 5 days ago. It's close. I could see that. But this high right over here was just established literally less than a week ago. And then all of this right here is just one move. Okay? Guys, look, guys, look at this little riddle here that we got going on here. Look. This high right here where the circle is not higher than this high. Guys, this market could just do this indefinitely. This, guys, you just need to be looking at highs and lows over the course of 4 to 5 days to determine intraday. Because this high right over here was nothing. Shit. This was established on Monday. So we had Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday. That's 4 days. That was just 4 days ago. And we can't be an intraday buy-side delivery if we keep dumping and if we can't eclipse the high from 3 or 4 days ago. That's impossible. How can we do that? So that's the first thing that's being established. We're an intraday sell-side delivery program. We're in multi-day sell-side delivery program model, guys, because this market has been going down and it's been bearish nonstop since June. Honestly speaking, since the beginning of June for real. Look, this high right over here, dump. This high right over here is still higher than this high. So look, we went lower, high, lower, high, lower, high, lower, high, lower. Look, boy, we could keep doing this until goddamn 2048. I'm being dead serious. And these are just 4-hour candles. Look, this market's been bearish since June. You just didn't realize it. What time frame is it? This is 4 hours right now. We're determining intraday and multi-day buy-side delivery program. I don't know nobody that explains stuff like this. This is something that I had to formulate myself. I did not get this from ICT directly. Because ICT used to say buy-side delivery program model, sell-side delivery program model, but I used to be confused. Because I used to be like, bro, what the fuck is he talking about? But this market's bullish. Or now it's bearish? What the hell is he talking about? What's that you talking about? But now I don't get confused because I've separated them into 3 categories. Now, the last question is this. The last question is this. I am now going to go to a 1 minute time frame right now. Now the last time frame that we have right now is called immediate term market. It's called immediate term. Is this market an immediate term buy side or immediate term sell side delivery program model? I'm going to give you a hint, and I'm going to put this right over here to the right. Sell side, immediate term. Now, look, guys, listen, let me give you the definition. Immediate term is bound to that session. Immediate term is bound to one session only. What are we establishing higher highs and higher lows? Let me make it simple. So how I determine that is higher highs and higher lows. In multi-day delivery program model, are we making higher highs and higher lows for anything longer than 6, 7, or 8 trading days? Where have we been going for the last 7 to 10 trading days at a minimum? The last 7 to 10 trading days at a minimum. Are we on a 4-hour time frame at a minimum, 4 hour, even up to 12 hour, and maybe even daily, are we making a set of higher highs and higher lows overall? Overall, minimum. Intraday, are we making a set of higher highs and higher lows over the course of 2 to 3 days at a minimum? 1 day isn't good enough. 2 to 3 days at a minimum, upwards to 5 or 6, upwards. I mean, the threshold for that is about 6 to 7 trading days, about like a week. Okay. Immediate term is, are we making higher highs and higher lows as in like over this session? Like what the hell is going on right now? Or hell, even over like the last 2 hours, 2 or 3 hours. What have we been doing over the last half a session to one session at the absolute most? Immediate term cannot span Asia and London. Immediate term cannot span Asia, London, and New York. Immediate term cannot expand Asia or London and New York. It cannot go from New York to Asia. It is bound to each session. Why? Because each session is like 6 or 7 hours or so. Okay? So I'm giving you a hint. Longs or shorts. When the market's closed, this is a class for the students inside of Discord. Yo, sell side down. Wow, I'm late. What did I miss? Okay, this market is an immediate term sell side. The market cannot dump 1% like this 98% of the time. But if the market dumps 1% in a straight line like this, or like if it does some shit like this here, and it dumps 2.5% in a straight line, this shit is bearish. This right here is a dead cat bounce. All of this that you're seeing is still within the same move here. So this is still bearish, immediate term bearish. Okay. So the market is bearish across all fronts. Do you know what that means? That means that if you're a beginner trader, you need to not be headhunting longs. Like, guys, listen. This is the rule of thumb. If we are in multi-day sell side delivery program model, all longs spanning anything more than 3 or 4 days are going to be fucking cooked. This is why this is important to listen to what I'm trying to tell you, because you'll have realistic expectations. And if you know what to expect, then you probably won't do something ill-advised. If I go to a 4-hour time frame, look at what happened to every single person that decided to buy a call in the last month and held it for anything longer than 6 or 7 days. They got fucking destroyed. Look, every bounce lasted no more than like 1 day or two, and then they snuffed it out, and then they yeeted it through the floor 6%. Every single bounce was snuffed out. This is something that no one revealed to me. I did not see this from ICT. I had to see the shit myself, and I don't care if you take this and if you go sell to somebody for $10,000. I don't give a shit. I make enough money doing this. I don't care. Because why? Because I don't care about being right. I care about making money, and I care about telling the truth. I'm going to reveal it to you. Look, every single bounce has been snuffed out. If I go to a 15-minute time frame, every single bounce that has lasted anything more than 1 to 2 days has been completely snuffed out. Look. This bounce right here lasted from Friday until Monday. And then they went sideways in the Tuesday morning and they just dumped it. Look, in a straight line, look. This right here for like 1 or 2 days, and they snuffed it out and dumped it. They bounced right over here for like 1 or 2 days and got you to buy, and they snuffed it out and then dumped it. Every single thing out of this intraday sell side delivery program model has been completely snuffed out. And it works that exact. Now look, immediate term is harder to determine because they could flip it on a dime at any given moment. Like this, for example. They flipped it on a dime and turned it into an immediate buy side delivery program model. Why did they do that? Because it was a brand new freaking session, like how I told you in the beginning. It cannot span another session. So if you long this over here going, man, hey bro, NQ Insider told me we were immediate buy side of the program model. So I longed it up here at this top. For one, why the fuck would you chase this and buy up at the top? You should never do that. If any strategy is telling you to buy up at the top, you should just destroy it. You literally almost throw it in the trash. Because that literally goes against the core fundamental values about trading. Buy high and sell higher? Who the fuck told you that? Stop doing that. Secondly speaking, it's a brand new session. So you don't know what the hell they're getting ready to do. So they dumped it like this, 2.5%, 3% in a straight line. And they flipped it into immediate sales at the delivery program model. And so every single bounce spanning anything more than an hour or two was snuffed out. I'm being dead serious. And then they just goofed around over here like this because it was fucking Friday. And then they stopped it up here when they touched this 15-minute SIBI. And then they just yeeted through the floor 1%. Like, that was it. But the market was still bearish this entire session. All right, so those are my rules of thumb. How much do you have? What do you mean by that? That's my problem. Sometimes I try to catch a quick reversal long, then into a short. Always get cooked. Quick reversal long, and then into the short. Stop doing that. I used to do that too. Stop doing that. Don't do that. Why are you trying to exactly predict the bottom for? Why not wait for confirmation that they're reversing, wait for a pullback, and then you long it with a clear liquidity target in mind? Stop doing that. No one is going to perfectly predict the top and the bottom. Guys, I know, let me correct myself, because I know, guys, because if I pull up my trade log, you'll see sometimes, like a lot of times where like I end up selling the top or buying the bottom here and like it ends up reversing like that. So like I know some people probably thinking, bro, be quiet, bro. I see you do that all the time. So why are you telling me to not do that when you buy the bottom and you short the top all the fucking time and it reverses and it never goes back? I am out way before that. I don't know 100% that that's the top. And that's the thing. It only looks like that in hindsight. But no one is going, man, this candle right here is the exact bottom for the LOD. Who the hell told you that? How do they know that? I want to see where they're living at. I want to see what their pocket's looking like. I'm being dead serious. No one knows that. It just looks good in hindsight. Insider trader. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no one knows that. No one knows that. I don't even know that shit. I'm being dead serious. I don't know that. That's impossible to know. It just looks like it after the fact because I have multiple levels of confluence. But honestly speaking, no one knows that. So I just long it and like I'll long it here, for example, and like I'm out like here. Like I'm out like here. And then they just happen to go higher. If that makes sense. But I take base hits. Why? Because no one knows. So we need to stop trying to catch the exact bottom and catch the exact top and hold it. Please understand one very important thing. If you are trying to catch the bottom, that means that you are banking that the market is going to shift the entire structure that it is currently operating under. Listen to what I just told you. If you are trying to catch a bottom, you are anticipating that the market is going to shift everything that it is doing and do the exact opposite when you, from your shitty little computer, presses the goddamn button on your simulated funded account with 18.5 cents in drawdown and you enter it into 0.0001 of a micro that you bartered with TopStep with in order to save your account. Because you sold your soul. Obviously, I'm making these numbers up because I don't want people to feel offended. Understand that, please. So stop doing that. Can you maximize the chart? Difficult to see the price. I honestly can't really maximize it any further than this. Why? Because the TikTok will ban it. So if you want to see my whole screen, you got to be inside Discord. How do you mitigate loss? I have no idea. I would literally have to see exactly what asset you're trading, the position sizing, your strategy, all those different things. How can someone answer that question? If anyone just starts answering questions like that, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They're going to have to know the ins and outs of what you're doing. I use Ramon Hedge Fund and I can't answer that question for you. I'm being dead serious. I can't do that. That's impossible. No one can say that. Like, no one. Like, that's literally like you walking up to someone and going, hey, how do I stop myself from feeling sick? Like, imagine walking up to a stranger on the street that knows nothing about you, and like they don't even know your name, and you go, hey, how do I stop myself from feeling sick? Tell me now. They're gonna be like, wait, like, dude, like, wait, huh? First off, why are you coughing? Why is that, like, how old are you? Like, you know what I'm saying? But like, there's so many different things to unpack here. So like, I can't tell you that. I'm just being honest with you. Like, I'm not trying to price gouge. I'm just being honest. You think Tesla in the uptrend or downtrend? Downtrend. I think Tesla's in a downtrend. I'm unsure. I have to analyze the chart. Last time I checked, it went a downtrend, along with that SpaceX piece of shit. They got 200K in SpaceX and they're dumping piece of shit. How do you teach all of this on Discord? By sharing videos, live lessons, yep, everything. All of those things. And so Discord is separate from the Knowledge Center. The Knowledge Center, you'll learn at your own pace. It's basically like a boot camp in order for you to speak the same language. And then we go over things like this in the free mentorships so that you can understand. Why? Because I live trade Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time in the morning. And you'll see, you can look at the results. Just go to the YouTube. Every single stream is recorded and it's posted on my YouTube. And you can see my P&L and my track record. I make about $10,000 a day doing this every single day. Trading live literally every single day. And I call it all my trades. 100% is confirmed. I'm being dead serious. I promise. So everything is recorded. There's nothing hidden. Transparency across the board. No weird beefs or anything like that. But in order for me to do that, in order for me to run classes like this for free and for the students, that Knowledge Center has to be there. Because if I'm live trading, I'll randomly have people going, hey, no offense to the other guy, hey, how do I mitigate loss? Hey, I'm in this trade. How do I get out? Or hey, what's a green or what's a red candle? Or hey, what the hell is the FEG? What the hell is a multi-day buy-side delivery program model? What the hell is a sell-side delivery program model? Who the hell said that? Who are you? What's a prop firm? I would not get no rest. And profitable students would not be inside here because they would find that annoying. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't be able to concentrate and trade. So then I would have to charge you $2,500 per month. And then I would be a teacher. And I would not be trading live. So like, in order for me to pay for the house that I live in, I need to day trade on a daily basis or charge you $2,500 a month. But the problem with that is I could very well do that because I win 90% of the time I press the button. I could just sell an alert service. But the problem with that is I would then be an employee and I would not be able to tell you the truth. So like, if you did something foolish, like if you kept on doing something foolish that kept undermining the very single thing that you said that you want to accomplish, I would not be able to tell you the truth. So if you asked me, I would not be able to tell you. If you asked me that, I would not be able to tell you. I would lie to you and I would keep feeding you bullshit and keep stringing you along. Why? Because I wouldn't want you to unsubscribe. I will tell you F you and go to hell if you keep on goofing around inside here and keep wasting other people's time. Or I just won't answer your question. I'll be, oh, well, no, I'll answer it, but I'll keep on giving you the same exact answer and you're going to unsubscribe. Why? Because you can go to hell for $59 a month. I'm not going to miss that. I will refund you. And then we can be best of friends from TikTok and we can just laugh and joke. And then you can watch us make tens of thousands of dollars a day from a computer and laugh. And like we do every single day. I'm being dead serious. So, you know, I have the cure. I know I have the cure. I have the fucking cure to the zombie apocalypse. I'm chilling inside my hut. I'm not going to leave my fucking hut to try to go convince other people that they need to fucking drink the serum. I don't give a shit what you do. Understand? What's a bussy? Yeah. A bissy. Yeah. Yeah. Bussy. Yes. Just like that. I said what I said. What's a bissy? Not a bissy. What's a bussy? What the fuck was that? What's that dude talking about? I thought this was a goddamn trading channel. He's talking about bussies. What the fuck? Right. It's busy. Buy side inefficiency, sell side imbalance. No, I know what you meant. I just left Thailand or Bangkok, wherever the fuck they go. I just left those places. I know what the fuck you meant. Bussy. Anyway, let's lock in. Timestamp 348. Facts. I even made a validation stream into my journal. Who says, "Hey, yo." JT start laughing. I'm being dead serious, bro. You'd be surprised. Be like, I was watching InQ Insider dude. He was talking about Bussy on that goddamn Trader channel. Those goddamn fools learning from that guy. I'm gonna go back to these fucking trend lines. Who has any other questions? My mind is an interesting thing. Point time flu. Timestamp 349. Guys, I trade live every single day, Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time in the morning, 9, 10 a.m. in the morning from side Discord. We go over the pre-market trading plan at 9, 10 a.m. in the morning, and we prepare everybody for the morning. In Thailand, looking for busies. Right. Shit, you're going to find a lot more than that over there. Play by. Aru says, Shirley, start laughing. Shirley, where you been at? We missed you. You keep me going. I'm running the e-house. That's funny, Khalid. You funny as hell, girl. The women inside her are funny. Y'all are hilarious. I missed y'all too, but I'm back. Absolutely. Good to see you. Good to have you back. Guys, who has any other questions? Does anybody have any other questions about the multi-day or intraday buy stability program model or the rules that surround them? All just aside, seriously. All just aside. Does anybody have any questions about anything that I just said? So you need to understand that. So like, if we do something like this, like dump like this, 3% in a straight line, like, and we start bouncing, if you're holding on to a trade for anything longer than like, let's just say like an hour or two, it is going to get cooked like this. Now, this is an outlier because we bounced from 1130, but you know what happens. It's the 1150 macro. So you can pair multiple confluences with the other. So the 1150 macro goes until when? About 1210. So honestly speaking, from 1230 until 1:30, that ain't nothing but an hour, and they just went sideways. So you're short. Hell, if you showed up here at this exact top over here, all you did was just get break even for like an hour or two. That was it. Like, you didn't really make no money. Even if you showed up here at this exact top, you got cooked. So from 1210 here until here, that's all that you had. Guys, anything in an immediate term delivery model that spans anything more than an hour or two that's going against it, 8 times out of 10, you're going to get cooked. I'm being dead serious. You're going to get cooked. So you need to be looking at stuff that's going to be making your job easy. Trading is not like anything that you've done before, which is exactly why most people fail. Because the human brain tells you that you need to continuously work harder to get more reward. This is the exact opposite with trading. The things that you use in real life that's going to make you money in the real world is going to make you lose money here in trading. Understand what I just told you. The faster that you try to get money in the real world, you might actually make more money. Here in trading, if you go, man, I could make $500 a day for 5 days and get a maximum payout. My first ever payout because I'm not fucking profitable. Or I could keep trying to do what I keep on doing, and I've never really gotten rich doing that, which is going on 4 or 5 minis and trying to make $5,000 in one day. I could keep doing that even though it's not fruitful for me. And you're trying to rush to the money, you never get the payout, or you fucking blow it all up. So that's prime example number one. Well, I want to hoard all my money to myself, and actually, believe it or not, actually saving money works in the real life. Saving money actually works in the real world. I'm being dead serious. And monitoring your money and hoarding onto it, that will actually keep money inside your pocket instead of frivolously spending. If you're fucking greedy whenever it comes to trading and you don't want to and you don't want to depart from your money, the market's going to take all your money. Hey, that's false. I thought that you just said earlier that like Mikey would say, or Kensha would say, I thought you said earlier that knowing what not to do is important. So if I hold on to my money, I wouldn't lose. You were lying. No. You want to know why? Because no matter what strategy you have, you are going to lose eventually. Greed does not just work whenever it comes to making money. Greed works in the most dangerous way that no one ever thinks about. It works in the opposite direction. Only high-level professional traders that I've met, there's only been a handful of them that explain this, that I have ever heard even remotely consider it like this. And I'll get ready to explain it to you. Greed works more dangerously in the opposite direction. Why? Because if you're in a trade and it's bleeding out against you and you're down $200 or $300, what's your first instinct as a beginner trader? Man, please, God, please, I'll never do that again. Just get me back to break even, and I won't do it again. And you're going to sit there and pray, and you're going to hold on to it. That's greed. Why? Because you don't want to take a $200 or $300 loss to save your account. Why? Because you don't want to hit daily loss limit and walk away at daily loss limit of $1,000 and then come back the next day and admit, man, you know what, today's not my day. You want to hold on to that shit and get back to break even so you don't got to lose that day or until it goes back to green. You're being greedy in the opposite direction. So you're trying to hoard on and hold on to your money, and then it takes everything from you. It does not work like that whenever it comes to trading. The same principles that you use with your 9 to 5, I'm going to show up to work early and I'm going to leave late and I'm going to bust my ass every single day just to show my boss how hard I'm working. I should be rewarded for this shit. Fuck no. If you show up to this chart and you keep on taking trades throughout this day like this and you take 7, 8, 9, 10, 15 trades in a day, you're going to lose all your fucking money. Everything that you are doing in the real world is the exact almost carbon copy opposite. It is the antithesis of how you become a multimillionaire doing this. Everything. And that begs the question, if that's the case, and he just told me that a millionaire is telling me this, that is doing this successfully on a daily basis with a proven track record, he's turning other people into doing the same goddamn thing. If that is the case, why the fuck am I doing every single thing else that other people are doing that are not millionaires, and why are they not millionaires yet? We need to use deductive logic and start using our brains and start asking the right questions. I'm being dead serious. Everything that you have ever come to have known, the market flows with the exact opposite. So what the hell makes you think you just go to Barnes and Noble and just pick up a book about goddamn trading, or go on YouTube or go on Reddit and listen to those people that say, hey, you can master trading and be a multimillionaire by yourself with no instructor? Screw those people. Are you crazy? I'm being dead serious. But some of you may feel offended, and some of you honestly may need to feel the fire first before that resonates with you. And that's your journey in order for you to go down. I can't convince you. I'm not going to convince you. I'm not going to do that. I would convince you if I would charge you $2,500 a month. I would try and sell you on that. I don't want you to join. I want you to watch for free. Because why? Because I know eventually it's going to burn. It is going to burn. Why? Because I don't block no haters. I don't block anybody with controversial takes. I welcome the division. Oh, I love it. I love it. I welcome it. I love it and I welcome it. So when you tune in a month from now, 2 months from now, 3 months from now, 4 months from now, and you keep doing whatever the hell it is that you're doing that's unprofitable, and I keep saying these things over and over and over and over again, eventually, sooner or later, you are going to have to block me. But ultimately speaking, you are going to be the one that's living in denial. And then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 months from now, you're going to ask yourself this question: holy shit, what if I took this shit seriously 7, 8 months from now? Because there was a dude that was inside that Discord, or there was a dude that was inside this community that was watching, that was in the exact same spot that I was in 6 or 7 months ago. Or there was a woman that was in that exact same spot 6, 7 months ago, and now she's one of the top people inside that community. And now she's making $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 a day. And I just been blowing accounts nonstop. And then ultimately speaking, 90% of you are probably still going to say, man, you know what? I'm too far deep inside this hole. Man, you know what? It's okay. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. And then that 7 to 8 months is going to turn into another 7 to 8 months. And that 7 to 8 months is going to turn into, into another 7, 8 months. And then you're going to blink and it's going to be 4 or 5 years. And then you will ultimately have fit the statistic as far as that goes. Well, in order to be a profitable trader, it takes you 5 to 7 or 8, 9 years in order to finally turn the corner. And then most people never get there. But after 7 or 8 years, you can learn, Tiger. Fuck that. You don't need that much time. You're crazy as hell. That's false. Why does it take that many people that long? Because they go the exact same route that I just told you. They refuse to hire an instructor. Of course it's going to take you goddamn 8 to 10 years to learn how to drive if you don't know what a gas pedal is. Can you imagine how fast your driving experience would be if you hired a driving instructor? You'd have your license in like less than a month. But if you don't, then you're going to be crashing cars and you're going to get banned. And so you won't be on the road. Of course. That's how that works. What are you trading? NQ futures. What does a reversal confirmation look like? That's a question for the mentorship. There's a lot of different levels of confirmation. It's right over here inside. That's a question I was asked inside the mentorship. It's inside it's on this page right over here. Here, I'll show it to you. Every single class is recorded and is placed over here. It's in the film review channel right over here. See? If you scroll all the way up, see it right here? Deciphering pullback for continuation of full-blown reversal. We just covered that like a week ago. You see this? You'll never see this right here? First signs of reversal. It's literally right over here. Everything that you need is inside this Discord. It's just a matter of how serious you are in regards to reading and studying. Every single thing is here. See this? It's literally your questions. Literally your questions right there. But this is why that knowledge center is there. You want to know why? Because if I say exactly what I'm getting ready to say right now to 98% of people, 99% of people, they're not going to know what I'm getting ready to say. And I'm going to say it right now. The first signs of reversal. First presented pair with an external or major internal liquidity sweep, major objective completion, MSS, market structure shift, pullback indication. Have we been pulling back against current intraday market structure model? It's likely to kick in soon. Major objective cannot have been just completed. Are there any realistic draws on liquidity compelling the market to continue in that direction? Now, the question is this. I just gave you that answer just now. But does that make sense to you? Does that make sense to 98% of people? The answer to that question is no. So if it doesn't make sense in their inside, they're probably going to go, hey, bro, what the hell are you talking about? Explain that to me now. And I'm trading live and I can't do that. So I'm going to have to recoup my money sooner or later. So it's either I charge you $2,500 a month to explain this to you during live trading, or you study that knowledge center and then we hash it over from inside Discord. See what I'm saying? That's why Discord is so inexpensive. And that's why I don't charge nothing for being an insider. That right there is a perfect example. The answer is right there. I can give you the answers to an exam, but if you don't know the curriculum, then you're not going to know if that's truly the answer or not. You're not going to know how to interpret that. I promise you're not. I've done that before, true. I'm on a 50K Tradify account. How much do I need to make daily? Ibanera says. Did you not read the FAQ? What's your trading strategy? How can I answer that question for you? What model are you trading? I'm being dead serious. Like, what model are you trading? How can I answer that for you? How do I know what model you're trading? How do I know what your risk tolerance is? How do I know what you're trying to accomplish? I'm being dead serious. Like, I'm not trying to be rude. I'm being dead serious. If anyone answers that question for you and they did not ask you those questions first, you need to block them. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. I'm being dead serious. And that's a question that you need to answer from inside Discord. And that's why that right there is exactly why you should be inside Discord for the mentorship. Because you're going to have questions like that and you're probably going to be confused. And then you get to see what we're doing with our 50K accounts, because 50K accounts is all that I trade. Like this, for example, like look at this student right over here. Look, maybe, you know what? Maybe you should start to pick the brain of this guy. Look at this. Look. Nope. Where's it at? Nope. Wait. Where's it at? I know for a fact. I know for a fact that he sent this up from inside here. Where's it at? No. I know for a fact that he sent this on the side there. Where's this at? I gotta keep my eyes open. You said that you're on Tradeify. This guy right over here is on Tradeify too. Where's it at? This guy right over here is on Tradeify too. Started using Tradeify a week after joining this community. Here's today. Stay motivated, my fellow chart gremlins. $150,000 in lifetime payouts. Maybe you should ask him. This is who I said was Colt, who's making like $20,000 a month now, $15,000 to $20,000 a month now from being a sider. He just started trading like 3 or 4 months ago. And here's Rye, who just probably had like 10K last month. All of these students show up from inside here. I'm being dead serious. They show up. 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 You can see it on that line. He sent it right over here. I wonder why I didn't see this. I wonder where was that? Why did I not see that? Why was that not inside here? Did he delete that or something? I wonder where the hell that went. Anyway, who has some questions? I wonder where the hell that thing went, because I don't see that, because I just searched it just now and it's not in here. Who has some questions? What happened to that thing that he sent from inside here? Did he just delete that? Oh, here it is, right here. So why was it not? Oh, I spelled it wrong. I tried to spell it Tradeify. It's trade iffy. Trade ify. Here it is right here. What the fuck am I doing? Right, this right there. What the fuck am I doing, man? Here it is right here. Excuse me. Oh shit, there he is right there. See what I'm saying? Look at this. Look. See, there he is right there. I don't know why I spelled this thing wrong. It's hard to convey the truth behind trying trading to people with common mindsets. That's correct. There he is right there. Just so you don't think I'm lying. His name is Adam, but in Discord he's Mooks. There he is right there. I talk about him a lot whenever he shows up, that is. Or whenever something reminds me. I wasn't going to show you this unless, because when you said Tradeify, it reminded me of this thing that he sent inside her. So maybe he's someone whose brain you should maybe pick, or see some of the things that he sends inside here. He'll send out his strategies whenever he's inside here. He will. This is him. Just so y'all don't think that these people inside here are fucking robots. Why? Because the human brain actually goes, that sounds too good to be true. I'll wait on the next opportunity. And then like the next opportunity don't come. I'm being dead serious. It's too good to be true, so you don't take advantage of the opportunity. There was something isn't too good to be true, but then they charge you too much. You go, man, you know what? That shit right there is not worth that. I'm gonna wait on the next one. And then you see how your scarcity mentality blocked you and forced you to not take advantage of any opportunity that came your way. Do you see how that happens? And then naturally, your brain goes, I am only going to take advantage of the shit that's for free. But a lot of times the reason why it's free, there's a reason why it's free. Everything in your life that is for free, outside of honestly speaking, love is not free. So I am going to stamp that as well. I am going to stamp that as well. So we need to throw that out the window. Nothing in this life is free. Anything in this world that's free is anything in this life is free. I don't want a part of it. I don't want no parts of nothing that's free. Love is not free. Want to know why? I dare you right now. Now listen. Of course she's going to say this, but I dare you right now to walk up to any woman with any common sense and say, hey, I aspire to be homeless, and I want you to come over here and live in this tent with me in this hut outside. Come on, honey. Love me for me. Come on, love is free. Come on, baby. Go do it. And then let me know how many willing buyers you will have. Just try that shit. Or your current girlfriend, I dare you to stop taking her out on dates. I dare you to stop paying for to get her nails done, whatever the fuck it is that you're doing. I dare you. Now listen, a month or two, hard times, okay, great, I get that. Women are very understanding. Women are very understanding. They're very understanding creatures. But I dare you to say, I'm done with that shit for forever. And you don't give her no way out. I dare you to do that shit and let me know how long she stays your girlfriend. Love is free. It's free. Come on. What you talking about? It's free, bro. Do it. Come on, bro. It's free. My point exactly. It's not free. Everything in your life costs something. It costs something. I don't want to be a part of nothing that's free. No free housing, no Section 8, no parts of it. None of it. I don't want nothing that's free. Everything costs something. So why are you trying to search for shit that's free and trying to become a multimillionaire for shit that's free? You're not going to get there. That's the illusion. Yo, I was digging me up last night again. Tomorrow, what you mean, Ivan? Love is blind for sure. Correct. I'm trying to ignore it. I'm trying to ignore what? What'd you say? Sorry, guys, the messages don't have time since I just be going on rants. Let me read these messages. Let me get caught up. Let me get ready to figure things out. It seems like this week, wait for high basal reaction. Look, guys, I scroll all the way up to the top. How do you mitigate? Okay, I already read it. I'm running the e-house. Okay, I already read it. I've done that before. Okay, I already read that. Hi, we trade. Hi, what are we trading? NQ futures, Tori. Okay, I asked the same. Okay, it's literally in your name too. My bad. Okay, yeah. Do you trade Sunday Open? I do not. I only trade New York Session. I apologize. Howdy. Oh, here I am. Adam says, profit train. Correct. Okay, yeah, that's what you sent to that. I understand your bluntness, but does it need to come with arrogance just because of your success? God bless. No, it's not arrogance. I'm always tapped in, fam. Just never heard you like this. Oh, yeah, no, it's not arrogance. Whenever people say things that are very bluntly, a lot of times, in the form of success, Mike, it comes off as arrogance. But if I said everything that I said to you in the exact opposite, you would look at me as a clown and you would probably laugh. Like you would be like, that's not arrogance. Like if I said the exact opposite, like if I was like, bro, I'm a trust fund baby and my dad's like worth like 100 million and I keep on logging inside this market and I keep on losing $30,000 to $40,000 a week, man. This shit is so fun to me, man. Oh man, this is the best thing ever. Come on, guys, come over and join my Discord community. Why? Because my dad's a trust fund. Why? Because I'm a trust fund baby. And I think I know what I'm talking about, but I really don't. I suck at doing this, man. I'm just over here just hanging out with you guys. You probably be like, look at that clown. Such a funny guy. But if I tell you the truth and I go, hey, I used to be homeless. I didn't get anything. And I lost hundreds of thousands of dollars to the market maker before I figured this out. And I'm very, very honest and I'm very straightforward. I trade live and you can see everything. And I make about $30,000 to $40,000 a week doing this. And I just leave it at that. Most people are going to go, bro, you fucking cocky son of a bitch. You cocky son of a gun. TikTok's about to ban me, by the way. Because the algorithm, so the live stream might end if they ban me. But they'll go, you cocky son of a gun? What the hell are you talking about? You want to know why? Because arrogance a lot of times comes from if you're attacking people interpret arrogance if you're attacking something directly or if you're pointing something out that they are currently not doing or that they currently cannot participate in or that they may not understand or that's slightly above their level. That's where the arrogance emotion comes in. That's where your brain begins to interpret it as arrogance. I'm being dead serious because what's the difference between someone just telling the truth and just being like, bro, I make $30,000, $40,000 a week or for $50,000, $100,000 a week doing this, and someone saying, hey, I lose $50,000 a week doing this. They're both the truth, but one comes off as arrogant and the other does not. Why? Because you're probably not making $50,000 a week doing this, just goofing around from a computer. I'm being dead serious. I promise you. Like, I got friends that make $40, $50 million a year. Like, not a year, like every 4 or 5 months to bounce a basketball. If they walked up to me and showed me their bank account, I love them to death, so I'm not going to feel like this. But like, if they did that to the normal person, and if they showed you that every single week they get it every single week, a direct deposit hits their account for $1.5 to $2 million literally every week a $1 million check hits their account, you'd be like, yo, that's cocky. Why are you showing me that? But if he showed you a direct deposit that that was only like $1,000 a week or $500 a week, you'd be like, man, what you showing me that for, bro? Keep that shit to yourself. That shit ain't nothing. I mean, I'm just being honest. That's just how I began to interpret it. And I took a few psychology classes. I'm not a psych major, but that's just how I interpret it. Unfortunately, I'm like, that's just me being real. So no, I'm just telling the truth. I'm just being honest. So the biggest thing that I've noticed from this is just being honest, just telling the truth and just being just straightforward with it. And then like, it's either people accept it or they don't. But the beautiful thing about this industry is once you're successful doing this, like you don't have to appeal to anybody. Like I don't have to convince you to join here. I don't have to convince anyone to join here. I don't have to convince anyone to learn exactly what I'm learning. It's just a matter of do you want to be a part of this or not? You know, so like I'm not talking in any direct way. You know, like I'm not being cocky or anything like that. You know, you just said it. Hey, you said it yourself. You was like, hey man, this is my first time hearing you talk like this. Like I'm just speaking very direct today. That's it. I'm just telling the truth. So that's it. I apologize. So yeah, I'm just not trying to sell anybody or anything. That's it. I pay for happy ending. So of course, it's in their best interest to make this all seem like roses and cherries. That's correct. I trade support and resistance, breakout reversals, and time macros. Mm-hmm. What's your bias going into the new week? I honestly have absolutely no idea. Trump was saying that there was a peace deal, and Iran said that there's not. We could literally in 90 minutes, we could gap up 1% full, or we could dump 1% full in 60 seconds. I have absolutely no idea. We need to wait for the market structure to appear, and then we take trades off that. That is the only way to navigate this environment. Anyone else telling you any differently about any bias, that makes absolutely no sense. How can we have a bias when we don't know what the hell the market's going to do the next day? Hell, even the next session. When random geopolitical war tension news will cause the market to gap up 2% or down 2% immediately. How can we have a bias? The market does not have a bias. The market only goes to a spot to where it can fill the most amount of orders at. That's all it is doing. So the market doesn't have a bias. Like, we need to throw the bias out the window. Well, hey, that's false. That's not true. Someone might say, you want to know why? Because the market doesn't care if it goes up or down or sideways. It doesn't. They make money if it goes up, down, and sideways. You do know that, right? Because they know when you buy, you have to sell. And when you sell, you have to buy. And they get paid off the spread over here that you're looking at over here. Well, you can't see it anymore on the TikTok, but it's called spread. That's how they make money. And your broker makes money off the commissions. Your third-party broker makes money after the market maker makes the money. So if they don't care, if you don't care if somebody buys or sells something to you and you make money off both transactions, why would you care what they do? Guys, listen. I've never said this before, but I'm getting ready to explain something to you, and I could be wrong, but correct me if I'm wrong, and I want you to close your eyes. Listen. Do you know why the fuck they lock you up for not paying your taxes? Because you're circumventing the thing. Why? Because you're trying to circumvent the thing that they have a lock on, which is the exact same thing with the market maker. They make money when you go to the store and you buy something, and they make money when you sell something. You have to pay taxes on both transactions. The only way that you can fucking escape that loophole is when you don't pay your fucking taxes. So when you don't pay your taxes, they lock you up and they send you to prison and they take your free time and then they make you a slave. Slavery is still legal in the United States. Under the Constitution, it is still legal, by the way. Stop or just think about what I just told you. I'm being dead serious. So they don't care what you do. So when you buy something, you have to pay taxes. When you sell something, you have to pay taxes. I'm being dead serious. When you get paid, you have to make taxes. I mean, you have to pay taxes. It's the same thing with this market. They don't give a shit what you do. So, but with this market, it's even more prevalent than that because when you buy, you have to get out. You cannot hold indefinitely. That's impossible. Because when you die, even if you died right now and you bought SpaceX, someone is going to have to sell your shares. And then they're going to have to answer to the market maker. This thing that we're doing here is the greatest money-making invention that has ever existed. It's better than taxes. It is 100% better than taxes. There's nothing better than this. Because when it goes down too much, they just print more money and it goes back higher. There's nothing better than what you're looking at right now. This is the greatest money-making machine that has ever existed in the history of money-making. But yet simple-minded people think that they can outsmart the system and beat the system for free. They think that they can outsmart the greatest minds that have ever devised anything. And they think that they can beat the greatest invention that has ever existed in the history of human market money-making. They think that they can do that. I'm being dead serious. They think that they can. Everything I just told you is a 100% fact. That is irrefutable. I used to run my hedge fund. I'm trying to tell you that's the truth. They're not going to tell you that, but it's the truth. This is the greatest money-making machine that's ever existed. Name me one thing to where like they don't care if you buy or sell, but the moment you participate, they know you have to participate again. And they know they're going to make money off you. Name me one thing. Name me one thing. Name me one thing that is better than that. You can't say taxes because you can avoid not paying taxes somehow, some way you can. But with this, you cannot. Stop and just think about what I just told you. Market structure is constant variable. News is manipulation. We trade constant. Okay, guys, timestamp 4419. I'm more of an analyst than a trader, so I do appreciate this knowledge. Absolutely. What age you start learning, man? I was a Bitcoin runner when I was like 16 years old. I was a Bitcoin runner buying Bitcoin at $650 to $700 a coin at the absolute most, like before Coinbase was a thing. And I was selling it to people at like a 20% markup, making arbitrage off the market price. So like I would buy it at $700 a coin and I would sell it to people for like $850 a coin. And I just make an extra $150 per coin off the Bitcoin. And I would buy it in like clumps of like 5 to 6. And I would probably make like an extra, I don't know, $700-800 a week or so of Bitcoin minimum. That's what I was doing back in the day. And then I asked myself, and I was like, I'm doing all of this running around and I'm meeting these people at this goddamn Wendy's and I'm doing all of this stuff and I'm meeting people at Wendy's and all of these fast food restaurants and I'm meeting people in public. But like what happens is like if I just traded in myself and I made 5 to 10% or so at my house and I don't have to meet these people. So then that's when I started getting into crypto and I started getting into trying to, and then like I went down, like I literally hit every branch on the way down, which is why I'm so passionate about like teaching people and showing people the right way. Cause I personally hit every branch on the way down. Every single avenue of trying to get rich quick, I tried. And I failed miserably at it. Every single thing. I tried meme coins. I failed miserably at that. I tried crypto. I was making money in crypto, but I got too gritty because I came across this company called BitMEX. I don't even know if they're around anymore. They might be, but I came across this company called BitMEX even before like Binance was a thing. Well, and so like I started trading like 50 or 100x on BitMEX and on Binance, and I was trying to I would trade. Like I would put $3,000 or $4,000 or $5,000 in, and I would go, 40, 50x leverage, and I would try and make, $10,000, $15,000 in like 15 or 20 minutes, and I was successful once or twice, and like I would try and do it. So like I was successful like once, like every so often I would make, $5,000, $10,000 in a day, and I would try and then on like that third time of me having like $25,000, $30,000, $40,000 and $50,000 and then like being on the cusp of breaking out. And like I would look at it and I would go, damn, if I go $40,000 or $50,000 on 50x leverage right now, I could really make $500,000 right now in like an hour or two. Oh, I see this. This is perfect. And I would lose everything and I would go right back to only having like $3,000 or $4,000. Like I could never, ever break. It was fucking sickening. So then like I just took my money from there and then I went to penny stocks. And then like I started out on penny stocks that are under like $3 or $4. And everyone on FinTwit, which was Twitter back in the day, financial Twitter, was saying, hey, like if you buy this penny stock and it goes to, $50 from being at $2, you could be a multi-millionaire. Then I started doing that. And that was a fucking scam. I lost tens of thousands of dollars of that. Then I freaking switched over to fucking trading biopharmaceuticals because like the people on FinTwit were convincing me that like if I just bought the right biopharmaceutical and I put $5,000 in there, $3,000 or $4,000 in there, that like if they just catch that, like if they just get a buyout, then like the stock could go up like 100,000%, and I'd be a multi-millionaire. So like I was just putting my money in random biopharmaceuticals, and like it would just bleed out my money because they were all pieces of shit, and like I couldn't figure out exactly which one was going to catch a buyout or which one wasn't. So like I lost my money on that. That was complete another waste of time. And then like from there, like they came up. So then there, like I branched over to like the super extremes, and I went over to this thing called pink sheet OTC stocks. You might not know what that is, but you have to look that up. I promise you, there's stocks trading on the stock market right now that are worth 1/100th of a penny, and they're actually trading live. It's called pink sheet OTC market, and I was buying those shits on TD Ameritrade back then, and you could actually buy those. And I promise you, I would put 15 to 20,000, 30,000, shit, sometimes even $40,000, $50,000 into a stock that was worth 1/100th of a penny, because I said to myself, if it goes to 1 penny, holy shit, I'll have like $5 million. And they never went that high. The volume, the shit, like I couldn't get out. Like it would spike up, and like I couldn't even sell. So like I ended up getting dragged with those, and I dragged my family down with that as well. It was fucking disgusting. I lost hundreds of thousands of dollars to the market maker before I finally understood. And then I started to get into stocks, and then I got super greedy with stocks initially in the beginning because I always was trading on margin. And so then I started studying Warren Buffett and his investment opportunities. And so I started, it's like, I'm actually a really good stock picker as far as swing trading stocks are concerned. I'm really, really, really good with that. But it burned me in the beginning with the margin aspect, because I was over leveraged with the margin. I kept on getting margin calls. So I lost money with that. I lost I lost at least $100,000 with that. Fucking around. And then finally, I came across futures trading, and I saw an 18-year-old Asian kid. You might look him up right now. Honestly, you can go to Twitter and look him up right now. His name is Brian Stonk. Brian, Brian Stonk. Stonk, I think. You can look him up on financial Twitter if you think I'm lying. This had to have been like 4 or 5 years ago. He was like 16, 17 at the time. And he was sending out screenshots of him making about I'm sorry, I lied. Excuse me, let me not undercut him. $200,000 to $250,000 a day trading futures. And I was like, what the fuck is a futures? And again, I saw this as a get rich quick scheme. Because I was just trying to get rich as fast as possible. But the most miraculous thing of this entire journey was this, and I get so passionate about this, is I was searching for get rich quick schemes for literally a decade, and I never got fucking rich. I never did. Yeah, I made some money, but the money that I made, I thought that I could continuously keep on replicating that process by putting more money in. And when I put more money in, it ended up taking a larger portion of my money back that it gave me. So I still ended up losing in the grand scheme of things. I never got fucking rich doing that. But no one asked me that question and said, are you rich doing that? Stop doing that. Like, no one broke that cycle for me. I didn't have a mentor. Like, no one told me about myself. Like, no one told me, which is why I'm very blunt and I tell you all these things, because I want you to wake up. So long story short, what happened was I saw this, and I saw this get rich quick scheme. And I was like, holy shit, I can put, at the time, the accounts were made more expensive. I was like, damn, so I could put $150 into this thing. I got $150 and I can make $2,000 back. And I kept blowing up accounts nonstop. Why? Because I didn't figure out. And then long story short, I came across this other guy on YouTube. It's this Indian guy. And I was in the deepest pits of hell on FinTwit. I was playing on national television, and I was losing hundreds of. I was a professional. Not yet, but I was in college. I was flying charter. I was doing all these different things. Playing on national television. Probably saw me. And I was doing all these different things, and in my mind, I felt like unaliving myself on a daily basis because I felt like a failure, and I couldn't speak to anybody. And I was suffering in silence on a daily basis, because every single thing that I did would never come to this, I was losing. And I couldn't figure out why. And then I came across this one Indian guy. on YouTube. You can look him up as well. You can write it down. His name is, his name, his American name is Josh, but he's an Indian guy, and it is the Top Trading Edge on YouTube. He trades options, and just like how I trade every single day, I model it after him. But he trades options, and now he doesn't call the market out like how I do it. He just shows the screen. You cannot see his entries or his exits. You only see the SPY chart, and he doesn't explain anything to you. But he was the only guy that I could see that was actually trading live, and that I could actually get data samples from, that I could actually afford, because I was so deep inside the hole, but I didn't have nobody to explain to me and say, hey, you need to break this cycle. Like, the only way in order for you to break the cycle, like, you don't break the cycle by going, hey, I'm $100,000 in debt, so I'm not going to hire an instructor, so I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. No, you stop doing what you're doing, save up money, hire an instructor, and then you get out of that hole that way. You don't, like, you don't be frivolous. You don't be damn Trick Daddy or P. Diddy and just be blowing shitloads of money on a shitty ass learning process. And then when it comes to the learning process and actually hiring a correct instructor, you're very frivolous. I think that's the correct term. Define frivolous. Correct. You're very frivolous. You're very frivolous and frugal with the learning process. No, you need to stop and invest in the learning process. And then once you get the learning process right, then you get out of the hole. But I had no one to explain it to me. So, but he was the only millionaire that I could see, that I could touch on a daily basis. But even then, no. So I joined his live streams when he only had 4 or 5 people watching. He now has over 1,000 people watching him every single day trading live. Every single day he does this. And it was miraculous. I watched him on a daily basis, and I studied him, and I got my notebook out like this. So help me God, I'm getting goosebumps thinking about this. And I'm a profitable trader, and I sat there and I watched him on YouTube every single day. And I began to write down the things that this person was doing on a daily basis, what a millionaire was doing. And every single thing that he was doing almost, I was doing the exact fucking opposite. Whenever he said, I would not buy that if I was you. Now, like, he's on YouTube, right? But so, like, he doesn't know who I am. But he's saying these things, and in my brain, I'm going, that dude doesn't know what he's talking about. I'm along this. And then the market would fucking dump against me, and I would blow up my account. And then, like, he would short it, and he would go, ho, 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 ho. In his Indian voice, he would go, ho, ho, ho. $50,000 I print, folks. And I would be salty as fuck from behind the computer. Not like because I wanted him to lose, but like I'd be like, wait, what? How is that possible? And every day, like how I am green almost every single day, he was green every day now. And I was red. And I was like, how is that possible? So then I started saying to myself, and it finally, after 7 or 8 months of being a cheap effing beastard, I finally came to the conclusion. I said, I've lost so much money on this futures market. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Why is he green every day? Why is he making hundreds of thousands of dollars a month? And I keep losing. And I came to this conclusion. I said to myself, and I said, I don't know what the fuck I am doing. I am going to abandon every single thing that I have been following. And why? Because every single thing that I have been following, it has not been leading me down this road. And then that was the time, and then I was right around one of the times where I watched No Country for Old Men as an adult. And Anton Chigurh said one thing that has never, ever, ever departed me. And he said, the number one verified, the number one ranked psychopath in history of tens of thousands of movies. He is the best portrayal of a psychopath because he operates under no reason and under his own moral code. But he said one of the most important lines in cinema history. He says, right before he unalived one of the guys he was working with, one of the hired serial killers, he says, if the rule you followed led you to this, of what good use was the rule? And when I heard that, I said, if the rules that I have been following led me to this, and I've been pulling my hair out on a daily basis, and I feel like unalive myself every single day because I feel like a failure, of what good use has been everything that I've been learning? So then I stopped, and then I started writing down his habits, and then I slowly but surely stopped the bleeding. And I was not even trading like him. I was not trading like him, but his rules and his regulations, I stopped doing that. Like when he said I would not buy this top, I would not buy the top and try to and try to take a quick dollar. I would say, well, you know what? I'm gonna wait at least a few more minutes and then I'm gonna buy. So I wasn't perfect, but I stopped the bleeding slightly. And then slowly but surely, I came across ICT concepts, and then I went down that rabbit hole as well, because I still tried to cheat the process. Because instead of me sitting down and learning and hiring an instructor and learning from the instructor himself or someone that knows what they're doing, I tried to watch 3 or 4 minute long ICT summarization videos. I tried to learn from everybody else. So I lost money doing that as well. Every single thing I tried to cut the corner on. It wasn't until I stopped trying to cut the goddamn process that I actually turned profitable. And I figured it out. And fast forward here to today. And now I get other students caught up to speed that are willing to listen and that finally have that epiphany moment that I just had earlier, that I just told you about, where I sat down and I said, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm going to stop doing the things that are making the millionaire a millionaire. I'm going to stop doing the things that are, I'm going to stop doing the things that he's not doing that's making him a millionaire. I'm going to stop doing those things. And I'm going to listen to what he's saying. But, you know, again, I couldn't afford to be in his classes because he charges $1,000 a month for his Discord, and I've been inside his Discord when it was free, and he doesn't send it. He doesn't send anything out there. He just says bought call, bought put. That's it. So like, you know, that's it. And like he'll send out his screenshot from when he's out the position, but he doesn't even say when he's selling. So that was my journey. Is this MNQ? Yes, it is. Be on alert. After how many months of profitability did you go through until going full time? I honestly speaking, I've never had a W-2 job. Never worked a job a day in my life. I went from playing college basketball to playing professional basketball, and I blew up my knee. I tore every single ligament inside my knee. I had the same exact. My injury was worse than the injury that Tyreek Hill went through, because I just showed all the cartilage in my knee. He still has his cartilage. I tore every single ligament inside my knee. And then I opened up my own hedge fund because I had friends who were multimillionaires that I played basketball with. And so they saw how good of a swing trader I was with stocks, not day trading, a swing trader with stocks. And so, you know, about a dozen of them were willing to, you know, invest into my firm, and that was able to keep me going, you know, and help me pay for my injuries and stuff like that and my medical expenses. And then from there, that's when I came across the futures market. And then I was using my own personal money from the proceeds from the fund in order to try and figure out futures trading. And then that's when I figured this out. And then I decided to go full time whenever I turned profitable. So when I turned profitable, I decided to buy out everybody, and I decided to close down my hedge fund because I was making so much money doing it. So that was my entire journey from start to finish, if that makes sense. But I have never had I'm not saying this to brag. I mean, like, I'm just, because I don't think that's something to brag about, but I'm just saying the truth. It's like I went from school to pro to injury to hedge fund firm. And, Raymond James tried to buy out my firm because they saw the clients that I had and my models and stuff like that and those things, but I didn't want to sell it. And I came across futures, and this is far more profitable because I don't have to answer to anybody, and I also make way more money, but I don't have to answer to anybody. You don't want to be employed by anybody. You don't. So, because when you take someone's money, you are their employee. You are 100%. I don't care if you run your own business. You are an employee. If I charge you $2,500 right now for a mentorship for 2 classes, you're going to want to get everything that you want out of those 2 or 3 classes. I am your employee. I have to answer to you. If I'm charging $2,500 a month and I'm day trading live and I enter into a trade and it's going against you, you're going to be like, bro, what do I do? And if I say, hey, man, or hey, hold on real quick, let me answer this question when I get out, you're probably going to try to leave a bad review on that knowledge center page. You're going to leave a bad review because you're going to be like, bro, I spent $2,500 on my money and he wouldn't answer no questions while I was inside there. And then I would be labeled as a scammer. But if I'm charging you $49 for every 3 months for this shit, I'm going to tell you to go read that Knowledge Center. And $59 a month, and I'm going to sit here for 2 hours like this and talk your head off. And hopefully, maybe one of the things that I'm saying resonates with one person that's willing to take this shit seriously, like how the other hundreds of students from inside here have that have changed their lives within months, because they're just starting to do the same thing that I'm doing, and they're starting to understand it slowly but surely, because trading is a skill that needs to be developed. They begin to master and cultivate this skill, this lifelong skill here. Then I've done my job. And it's free on the weekends. But during the week, I'm locked in. I am not going to give up my golden goose. My golden goose is this day trading with this future shit. I am running 40 to 50 accounts a day trading. And I'm making $300. I'm only making $300 to $350, $400 a most, at the most, times 40 to 50 every single day. And I am not going to stop. Be on alert. Okay, you trade live every day at 10 a.m. Who's that? Okay, I'm reading this message. Wait, I think I saw you on TV. Are you LeBron? Yes, I am. I am Matt Blanchard. Yo, Matt's from inside Discord. He's hilarious. No fucking way. Are you Swaggy C, bro? No, I'm not. Bro, you Swaggy C? Who the hell is that? Damn, what do you mean live trading futures is closed? What are you talking about? Of course. You know, after how many months of profitability? Yeah, of course the market's closed. This is a trading class, bro. We're just never going over some things. Bro, you trading in BTC now? No, this is NQ Futures. I'm just reading these messages. Guys, these messages don't have timestamps. Yo, are you that gave me straight fangs in high school? What's good, man? How you been? Fangs? What's that? What does that mean? Fangs? Yo, ain't you the ninja that gave me straight fangs? I don't even know what that is, bro. I'm being honest with you. Bro, I'm unk now. I'm being dead serious. I'm old, bro. So the joke just completely flew over my head. I'm being honest with you. Just like, I have no idea what you're talking about there. So that's how I know that you're goofing around. Switching my schedule soon to tap in the mornings. Hope you're good, bro. Yeah, I'm good, Walder. What's up, Walder? I miss you, bro. That's what got me into trading forever. He breaks down the charts really well. I use Fibonacci also. Okay, does this make you already answer that? What are you playing for? And what do you and do you think it'll sell? The market's closed right now. How many Prop Firm Funded accounts do you have? And do you copy trade? Of course. I have about 45 to 50. Well, nope. I lied. I got about 25 now. Apex closed out 20 of my funded accounts, and they moved me live, but I opted out of the live program, so I have to rebuild those up. So I lied. Three or four trading days ago, I had 45 to 50. I now only have 25. So I have to correct that. Oh, no. I lied. I have less than that. 9 plus 5. I have 14. I have 14 funded accounts right now on the side. And I am $500 away from adding another 10. So I was thinking that. Yeah. They took all of my funded accounts away on that. No. And then on the Bullinox, I have 40 funded accounts on the side on Bullinox that are already passed. But I don't count those. I'm talking about active. I have 14. Exact number. So you saying that triggered me because I had to think about it. And I had to do a self-audit. So again, so yeah. So that's the truth. I tell the truth very bluntly. Damn, 40 accounts, that's real. Okay, I just read that. Nope, that's false. I just corrected that. That's false. It's been normally speaking, that it is about 40 to 45, but they moved 20 of those live. That's false. Well, how many trades a day you take usually? Probably about no more than 3 or 4. 3 micros. For me, 3 micros, about 120 ticks per trade, $180. And I do that times 3 or 4. And I make about anywhere from 3 to at the most $400 a day across all my accounts. That's it. And I'm done. Why? Because that's how much. Why? Because I know that if I do that for 7 days, I get a max payout. And I'm thinking in my mind, if I'm trading 15 or 20 accounts, If I do that for 7 days and I make 50, so like, and like I take it whenever I'm eligible. So like if I make $1,500, I don't ever get the max payout. The most I get is about $1,500, but like you multiply 1,500 times, 15 to 20 per firm. So that's all I'm like. That's literally all that I'm trying to do. That's literally all that I'm doing. So like, I calculated in regards to what's the sizing that I can take to take 2 of those trades a day throughout this entire day. Can I get 2 A+ setups on a day? And like, can I do that for 5 or 6 days to get a maximum payout, or whatever the minimum amount is? So like for example, with Bullinox, I need to trade for 10 days total, but 8 of those days need to be actually like to where like I actually make consistent money, and the maximum payout on Bullinox is $1,500. So how much do I need to make every 8 days to accomplish that goal? $200 a day. So that's 3 micros, 1 trade a day on my Bullinox accounts, and I'm done. That's it. 1 trade a day on my Bullinox accounts times 9 over the course of a week and a half makes me about $13,000 to $14,000. 1 trade on 3 micros. Why do I need anything more? That's all that I'm doing. And then I switch over to my other accounts, and then I do the same exact thing on the other account. I take 1 to 2 trades. So that's about 3 or 4 trades a day. And 1 or 2 of them might get break even. But I win 90% of the time. I'm being dead serious. You can check my track record. You can just watch me trade. So like, that's literally all that I do. That's it. And like, when you're insider, you're gonna make more money than me. I'm being dead serious. But the thing that separates me from most traders is I stop when the going gets good. And I have a backdrop as well, because I'm positioned and I'm sized to where like if it starts to go against me, I give myself time to sit down and to think. And then I can either go risk management mode, or I can cut it, and then I can re-enter onto a high probability trade, and I can make my money back. So that's why my win rate is so high. That's how I can go like a month and a half without losing. Sometimes 2 months. Literally without hitting DLL. I mean, there's like, without having a bad day where I'm like, God damn, I blew up my accounts. Like, in between me going, bro, I just blew up my accounts. Bro, that shit takes like 2 months. Sometimes even 3 months I'll go. And then like, when that happens, I do eval instant pass. So I don't even trade the evaluations. I don't do that. I do not trade evaluations. I swear to God. And like, I show the students inside here how to do that as well. It's very successful. If you're a student inside here, you don't ever have to trade evaluations. You don't. You just get straight to the funded process. I get paid to pass the funded. I mean, I get paid to pass the evaluation. For every evaluation that I pass, I make like $15,000 to $20,000. I figured it out. Why? Because a guy who's making, why? Because a millionaire who's doing this has already carved the $1 million path. Why are you trying to carve your own path? Why don't you just pick up on some of the things he's doing? Just being straightforward with you. I mean, why do we have to make our job harder? That goes to the explanation I gave earlier. Remember that? I blasted my first prop firm account out the water trading in NQ. I've been practicing using Orb at Open. Okay, nice. No way. I remember you from high school. Your head game was fire. We called you Vacuum. Really? Oh, man. I remember those days. Yeah. How you been, man? You been all right? I know my head game was fire. I know. Do you miss me? You miss me, Zaddy? Is that what you wanted me to say? You miss me, Zaddy? Oh, that guy exposed me for my head game. Oh, oh, oh. Okay. Hee ha ha. I know those tricks in those games. Yeah, you had to entertain that comment. Yeah. I don't know, like I don't know what he wanted me to say. I mean, bro, anyone who even remotely knows me knows that would be 100% fault. I'm being dead serious. I don't think that I give off those vibes, but honestly speaking, who cares? I mean, let's just say that, which is not true, but let's just go down that road. Let's just say even if that was true, man, how does that make you feel? How does that make you feel? That, let's just go down that road. Let's just explore that. How does that make you feel knowing that a guy who was so far beneath you, who you used to call Vacuum, who was just, well, first off, You tripping because you getting top inside of a bathroom from another grown man. So that lets you know where the fuck. So first off, like any normal logical person is going to be like, no, listen, I don't judge. I don't give a fuck what you do, but I'm going down the path that you're trying to portray. So you're trying to look at it as though it's derogatory. Who gives a fuck? Who the fuck? What the hell people are doing in the first place? It's 2026. Honestly speaking, who gives a shit? Like seriously, like who cares? But because you're trying to be whole derogatory with it. So let's just say this: you're participating in those activities. You're the ringleader. So you're right down there with that person that you're trying to bring down. But let's just ignore that. How does that feel knowing that that person that was so far beneath you is now a multimillionaire? That means that between that from high school to now, or wherever you're at in life, that person has done something so right, and you have done something so wrong, or you haven't done anything right in the meantime. What does that say about you and what you've done and what you've accomplished over the last God knows how many years? What does that say about you? What if I said, I remember? But man, look at this. Look at what we got going on now. That vacuum guy is turning people into millionaires now. Oh man, I remember you. But anyway, but you know that's not true. But again, you must be like 13 years old, so there's that. Because who cares? Like, I mean, that's serious, bro. I don't give a damn what you do. I don't give a damn if you gay, straight, transsexual. I don't give a fuck what you're doing. I don't care. One of the most profitable dudes inside here was gay. He made like $1.5 million in one trade. I'm being dead serious. Like, dude, he's like, dude, he's like one of the coolest people. He's like one of the coolest people ever. Stop making fun of people because of what they decide to engage in sexually. That's low vibrational activity. Stop goofing around, man. All this aside, be an adult. Start focusing on things that actually matter, instead of other people's sexual occupations and what they do in their spare time. You're trying to make jokes out of it, but you're ultimately implicating yourself in the crime that you're trying to make fun of. Foolish behavior. Aru says, huh? What I said, yeah, no, I was just joking with bro. You had to entertain that comment. Sneaker Rack says, yeah, I know, I was just joking with him. This shit going up a gap down. Damn, don't recreate the wheel. Yeah, correct. All right, guys. What are the rules for Bullonox accounts? We got to read the FAQ, Romo. I have no. Oh, there's a lot of different rules, bro. But Bullonox is solid, bro. Because with Bullonox, bro, you can stash the accounts indefinitely, and they only $19. So like, if you pass some shit, you can have them sitting there for like, damn, 2 or 3, 4 or 5 months. That's what I got them. Man, I got them Bullonox accounts off the chisel. Look at the goddamn Bullonox. Look, I'll log in and I'll show you. Look at the Bullonox accounts. Look at this. Look at all of these Bullonox accounts that I got. Look. Master accounts Bullonox. Look. Oh, no. Y'all can't see that. Excuse me. Look at this. Look at the Bullonox accounts. Look. I told you I'm very straightforward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 active Bullonox accounts. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37 funded accounts over here on the side, waiting to be activated. So like if I blow 9, then I get another set of 9. If I blow another 9, I get another set of 9. And then I just do EVA Instant Pass, so I get them nonstop. There's nothing to stop me. I could literally have 500 of these on the side right now if I wanted to. There's nothing to stop me. And like, I just continuously keep on registries over and over again. I do this from firm to firm. There's like, you can see it right over here. There's literally nothing to stop me. And they'll sit here and I don't have to pay the monthly fee for them. So like, they'll just sit here indefinitely forever until they're ready to be activated. That's why I think Bullonox is the best, because I don't have to pay for them. Because once I pass them, they just sit here. And I don't have to continuously, like, this $19 fee never goes higher. To me, Bullonox is the best. You've seen it. No need to lie. Be on alert. Bullonox? Yeah, Bullonox is the best to me. They're like, well, if you're trying to go from zero to hero the fastest, Apex is the best. Apex is the best prop firm. Apex Trader Funding. Because you can trade. Why? Because you can do EVO Instapass and you can, you got to do it correctly. But, bro, you could trade 10, 15 accounts almost immediately and you can get the one payout, bro. Bro, you could change your life with Apex in 30 days. I'm being dead serious. There's nothing to stop you. What the fuck is that on my For You page today? Oh, sorry. Bro, I've been studying like crazy. Jeremiah says, really? Ooh, what's that, EMA? Nah, this pink line is the VBAT. Are you taking one live? No. I will be trading live on tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every single day. And how much is the activation fee? Oh, for $148. But it's worth it because you can stash them indefinitely. You gotta use it right. You gotta use it right. It's just, if you think about it, it's just extra $50. But to know you're funded for extra $50, guys, stop looking at the cost of the evaluation. You need to get the cheapest evaluation. But the cheapest evaluation that allows you to know that you are funded and that gives you the most cracks at the funding stage as possible in respect to the FAQ and the rules of that firm that you know you can follow. And you need to go with the cheapest evaluation that gives you the most cracks at the funded stage as possible. That is how you get out of this hole. I had no one explain this to me. That is how you get rich using the prop firms. Why? Because if you spend $300 per evaluation, or you spend $500 on a straight to funded account, and you blow 5 of those accounts, dude, you just blew $2,500. If you copy trading them in 5 and you blow one set of accounts, you losing $2,500 a clip. I'm being dead serious. Like, you need as many cracks at the funding stage as possible for the least amount of money. And then once you get a payout, then you scale up. That is how you go from zero to hero the fastest. People got it confused. How fast is Bullonox payout? Instant. It's instant. So, like, if you request it before Friday, they send it out on Tuesday night and it's instant. So the last day to put the payout in is Friday at midnight. And they send it out every Tuesday night. It's instantaneous. It gets docked from the account and it's instant. So, but when I request a payout, I don't trade for those 2 or 3 days. I don't trade on that Friday, and I damn sure don't trade on no Monday and no Tuesday. So for 3 days, when I request a payout, I don't trade at all. I don't do that. And what type of account? 50K funded. On what platform? TradingView. Ninja Trader. Prop firm. Raekwon. What's up, TJ? My boy, I love you, brother. How many days do you have to trade for the request? You got to trade for 8, and you can flip for 2. So every 2 weeks, you can request a payout with the Bullonox. But it's going to average out to about a payout and a half a month on average over the course of like a year or so. A payout and a half a month. But I think that's plenty. Because, hell, if you got, 7, 8 accounts, $1,500, shit, that's damn, $12,000, $13,000 minimum a month. If you do one payout, if you doing damn 2 and you hitting all cylinders, man, on average, but that's about $25,000 a month of one firm. Heaven forbid you pairing that with Apex, shit, making damn $70,000 a month, $50,000, $60,000 a month. But Apex gonna ban you after about 3 payouts though, so you gotta be cautious with them. You gotta know how to get around that. Watch out. What are the rules for the fund? I gotta go look at the FAQ, J-Rod. I can't recite the handbook to you, but it's like, even if I told you, there's probably going to be things that you forgot or that you're not going to be able to interpret. Anyone struggling with rent, let me know. I'm struggling with rent. Can you help me? What do I have to do for it? Mike, since you want to be so generous, you want to help me out, Mike? Send me some bread. What you going to do, Mike? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Come on, big time, big dog. You giving them open-ended promises. Whole week? Oh, what? Who said something? God knows. What was that? That sounded like Matt.
God did.
God did. You're right. All right, guys. I'm sending $15,000 to the first 5 people that message me. Happy birthday. Or God did. Stupidity, those scammers. I have Apex funded account right now. $15,000. Well, that's what they said whenever it happened in the live stream. I know for a fact that you've seen that. Like God did. I hate those scammers. Like, bro, you really mean to tell me you're gonna send out $75,000 to somebody that told you happy birthday? Anyway, guys, it is 5 o'clock. We've been going for 2 hours. Today was a good psychological live stream, and I told you guys my life story from start to finish. I trade live every single day, Monday through Friday, at 9, 10 a.m. in the morning from inside Discord, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time from inside TikTok. I have a 90% win rate. Oh, about 85. You can put it to the test. Every single day I do this, every single day. I run a knowledge center and a Discord, but you can't join Discord at the knowledge center. It is very inexpensive to join. Mentorship and everything from inside here is free. We run a great community. If you're confused about anything, or if you would like to check our track record, I implore you, and I advise you just to watch for free. And maybe if some of the things that we say interest you, then we would love to have you. It's a free 3-day trial, so there's zero excuse at this point in time. And we do this every single day. My goal is to try to show students how you can scale up to within several months after you understand how to manage your risk, to put it to where you can make literally, I promise you, $2,500 to $5,000 a day minimum doing this every single day, and we put it on display. And you can honestly get there instantaneously because I don't trade devaluations, and I show students how to do that on a daily basis. Everything that I am doing to support a $1 million lifestyle, I am putting it on the forefront, and I am putting my reputation on the line every single goddamn day. And you can speak to me and you can touch me, on a daily basis, and you can interact and you can see what's going on and you can see what the others are doing inside here. And slowly but surely, if you show up every single day and if you take this seriously, your life will begin to change. So help me God. You will have no other choice, because I'm not going to bend. I'm not going to change. I'm going to keep pushing you. I'm going to keep telling you everything that you need to hear so you can get to where you want to go. But I'm going to ask you one very important thing. And this is all that you need to do in order for you to hold up your end of the bargain. I'll do the rest. You need to stay consistent longer than your own impatience whenever you're inside here. Do not get blindsided by, or do not get blinded by other students inside here that turn profitable that may have just joined a week before you and that are profitable within like a few months or within a month or so. Stay consistent longer than your own impatience, because every single person's journey is unique. Understand that, please. But at the end of the day, guys, listen, I believe in no pause in this class. 0 cents. Right. I know. Honestly, that's for the younger crew. I mean, I stopped saying pause a long time ago, man, because you write 0, 0. It's like, who cares, man? Like, I promise you, I'm not judging what nobody got going on. I don't care. I don't care what you're doing. Just as long as you're not hurting innocent children, like literally innocent women and children, I don't give a damn what you got going on, man. I don't give a damn. I really don't care. As long as you're not like, I don't know, literally eating, baby thigh, going to baby thigh, like eating boiled baby thighs. Like, dude, I don't give a fuck what you're doing. But even then, though, like, what am I going to do with that? So shit. I can't do nothing with that. So shit, you might as well can continue, because who am I to stop you? So that proves my point again. Shit. Because I'm not going to pull my hair about. Shit, I'm not going to pull my hair out about some dude that's doing some weird shit like that. So, God knows. Where did that come from? I was just making stuff up random at the top of my head because there was this random thing going about to where, like, they were saying like Donald Trump was like eating babies or something. I forgot what they said. It was some weird Epstein shit. So he was like eating babies or something. I don't know what the hell he was talking about. So he was like, him and like billionaires are like, some random cave. like they said like billionaires are like in a random cave like Count Dracula hanging from the walls and shit upside down with a fucking big ass cape and and fangs, and they're just drinking baby's blood. Some weird shit. I don't know. Some CNN was spewing some weird propaganda to try to distract us from shit that doesn't even matter. So when I saw that, I was like, "Oh shit!" They try to distract us. What's more important? What should I be focusing on? So, yeah. And so that story lasted but so long in the headlines. So, why? Because they could only suck in but so many believers with that, and then like they just go to the next thing. But this whole Iran thing, oh man, this thing is still smashing headlines now. See what I'm saying? So that's still very popular as of right now. And then eventually they're going to run out of juice with that as well. So they will. It's the same as I think happened with the Iran with the Ukraine war. It's like everyone forgot about that. Like the media doesn't even report that anymore. Like literally, like when was the last time you saw a Ukrainian headline? Like when was the last time you saw President Zelensky? When was the last time you even saw that dude? It's like the Strait of Hormuz is just what's going on about now. What was that? Like, what happened to those people? They're dead serious. It's crazy. They're just trying to distract us. Anyway, everything he on the news lately, actually. Really? I haven't seen him. Well, it's also because I don't have cable. So there's that. So that's probably why. I don't have cable. So, and I also have them blocked on X. So how does the Discord work? The Knowledge Center is there. You have to join the Knowledge Center in order to understand the terminology and some of the things that we're talking about. And I just simply just take a free 3-day trial. It's a free 3-day trial. If I have a convince you in 3 days, and if you just try it like that, because I'm getting ready to get a live stream right now, and I don't want to be rude, but I just implore you to just show up to one of the live streams that we have, starting at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday, and just ask that question. And then just sign up for the free 3-day trial. But long story short, it works like this. You get free mentorship on the weekends like this. We get to interact, talk. You get to see the same models, the same habits. Everything that I am doing that makes me minimum $30,000 a week minimum, you will see and will be displayed live. You get to be in a classroom with other highly profitable traders. You get to be pushed. You get to learn. You get to understand the concepts. You get to see and understand what not to do, what to do. You get to ask questions, and you get to navigate and avoid a lot of the landmines that a lot of people that are just out here just randomly, frivolously just goofing around with, they like to step on and like to blow up their legs from, and they can't recover. There's so many different things that you learn from being an insider. And you get to see my screen live whenever you're insider, and you get to talk too. It's a free, it's an open community, but you can't, but I mean, you can say it, but like, trust me, you're not going to want to keep talking and asking me questions like, hey, what's a green candlestick? Because I'm going to keep saying, hey, bro, did you read that Knowledge Center? So you're not going to ask those questions anymore. That Knowledge Center is there. All right, guys, nqinsider.com if you want to join our community. The link is in my bio. I believe in you. I'll be live tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to put it to the test again. Every single day rent is due. Every single day there's a new person inside here in order to try to, not to convince, but to show how they can change their lives. I don't have to convince you. You need to convince yourself to believe in yourself. I will believe in you, but you need to convince yourself. Because if you yourself are not convinced, you're going to go into this half-assed. You cannot succeed in anything going half-assed. You cannot do that. You cannot half-ass this process. That's impossible. You cannot do that. Everybody wants to cut corners on the learning process, and then when it comes to building the foundation. But when it comes to reaping the reward and all of the benefits, they don't want their shit cut. They want their shit in full. It's miraculous how that works. It's miraculous how that works. Miraculous how that works, right? I promise you, it's crazy. Everybody want to be LeBron James and make money like LeBron James. But don't nobody want to wake up at 3:30 in the morning to go to that fucking gym and lift weights and lift them heavy ass weights and to be running around on that goddamn track and that heat and in that sun. Everybody want to do that. Everybody want to be on TV and be famous, but you don't want to work out 3 or 4 times a day, and you don't want to eat lettuce and greens and do all kind of weird shit to your body on a daily basis, put your body through pain. Don't nobody want to do that. Everybody want to eat donuts and wake up whenever they want to, but still be a millionaire. That's not how this shit work, Playboy. I'm trying to tell you now, and I'm going to tell you the truth. 3 micros in a dream, 0 says. Absolutely 0. Market gapped up 280 points over weekend. Market's about to open up in 45 minutes. What do your stats look like? What would you say your consistency on your strategy is? About 85 to 88% win rate. 90 if I'm lucky. Yep. And I gave you the stats, which is the profit making, the profitability factor, which is about how much money I make a week on average. With my baby cousin, absolutely. What's the difference between options 1 and option 2 on Bullinox? I have no idea. I got to look at that. I just go with the 50K trailing drawdown account. 50K trailing drawdown account for $19. Put the code Bullinox in. It'll drop it down to $19.25. Use intraday or EOD. I got a few EOD accounts now. Like 5 to 10 funded accounts. Oh, no, I lied. I got more funded accounts than that. No. Yeah. 5 EOD funded accounts. And then the rest are intraday. Because I just take base hits. So like if I save $200 or $300, I'm going to take it. And I'm going to do that 2 or 3 times a day. Like I'm not even going to think about it. So, because I just know like if I just do that for 5 days, then I get a maximum payout. So like I don't need, me personally, like I don't, like my trader, like I don't need to hold on to a trade to be up at $1,500. Like $2,000. Like I'm not gonna do no shit like that. Like bro, like I'm gonna take $300. So, like I'm gonna take a trade where I can make $1,500, but I'm gonna be out at $300 or $400. Why? Because it's the guys. If you find a trade that you are so confident that's gonna go $1,500, and you take that shit and you consistently get out at like $400 or $500, could you imagine what your win rate would be like? The issue is not in your win rate. The issue is not in TPing early. Listen to what I'm trying to tell you. This is one of the lessons that I gave one of the students before in the past. Because I get this question out like, hey man, I always TP out early and I always run past. I suck at doing this. If you did what I did and you TP, because I TP early every single trade. If you did that and if you won, let's just, I don't do this, but let's just say you won 100% of the time. Would you go, God damn, every single time I press this button, I make $500 on this, man? Well, like if I would have held, it would have been $5,000. But God damn it, I'm always winning doing this. This sucks. I got to hold longer. No, the hell you would not. You'd be a fucking multimillionaire. You'd be rejoicing. You'd be like, I mean, like, why would you fix it? That's exactly what I do. Like, why would I fix that? I win 85 to 90% of the time I press this button, I win. So why would I want to fix that for? Why do I care about TPing early? I don't care what they do. What it is your risk management is poor. When you lose, you hold on. That's what needs to be fixed, not I TP early. If you TP early every single time, that means you're right. Whoever goes, man, I'm sick of being right. I'm sick of this shit. I'm always right. I suck. No, you don't suck. It is your risk management that needs to be corrected. Please listen to what I just told you. What I just said makes perfect sense. I swear to God, it makes. If it doesn't make sense to you, you need a mentor. Well, you still need a mentor. Bro, I took TP at $1,200 and it still dropped a total of 48 points to $2,400. Who cares? Who cares? I mean, they're serious. Who cares? If you did that 10 times in a row and you made $12,000 across those accounts, who gives a shit? I mean, they're serious. And like, you just took out all the money. Like, who cares? Like, imagine like if you did that and every single time you made $1,200, would you be tripping? I mean, they're serious. Like that proves my point. That's like what I'm saying. Like, who cares? Who cares what they do after you? Who cares? Like, why? Like, why are you concerned about what random kids in Syria or or I'm making up some random, or like Antarctica, or damn one of those African countries in what is, I don't even know, Syria's in Africa. I don't even know where the hell is that, or Niger, or the Democratic Republic of Congo are doing. Why? Like, who cares what they got going on over there? No offense, excuse me. I can't do anything with that. I have an 82% win-loss rate. Okay, good. So far, all my trades have been correct. Okay, great. So what are we talking about? As more times pass, I see that looking for the very low and very high of the market will lead to L's. That's exactly what I said earlier today. You trying to figure out exactly where the top and bottom of this market is going to make you lose. You're going to blow up the account. Why? Because no one can perfectly top tick every single move. That's impossible. You're going to lose because you don't know when the HOD or when the LOD is going to be. It is best for you to wait for confirmation and then to take that trade. You get paid to react, not to predict. You get paid to react, not to predict. Everybody who thinks that they're a predictor loses over the course of time. This day traders market. That's why more people lose, because they think their job is to try to figure out what the next the market's going to do. What's your bias? I don't give a shit what the bias is. I want to see what the hell that they're doing, and then I'm gonna take that trade based off of that. I'm gonna look at this market structure, and I'm gonna take a trade based off, and I'll be out at the next draw on liquidity. I get paid to react, not to predict. So if they flip bullish, I'm gonna go, holy shit, this is bullish. If they flip bearish, I'm gonna go, holy shit, this is bearish. Not this is bullish, but then maybe 2 or 3 hours from now they might be bearish. So let me take the bearish trade now when the market is clearly bullish. I should be a millionaire then. I'm like, oh man, hell no. You crazy as hell. Timestamp 5:14. We got to get out of here. Good class today. Thanks. See. All right, guys, we got to cut this. I believe in you and I love you. And I know that you can do this. I promise you. I promise you. I promise you, girl. I promise you, my man. You got this. Tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time from a side TikTok and on the YouTube. 9, 10 a.m. in the morning from a side Discord. We get to change so many people's lives. I love doing this. I went for 2 hours and I was only planning on being here for 30 minutes. For 30 minutes, and I went for 2.5 hours just now. I love this more than you can ever imagine. I would do this for free if it meant I could keep the scammers out. Swear to God, I would. Well, I basically do it for free, but you get the point. I love you, and I believe in you. See you tomorrow. NQinsider.com. Bye-bye.